Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you very much for being an Electreca. I really appreciate that. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. If you're new here, my name is David. Now, today I have this controller before me, Lexys Sync. Okay, so I want us to navigate around this controller. Okay, so the one thing I realized as a generator technician, or if you're a generator mechanic, you can bear me a witness that going out there to carry out a repair, or you do troubleshooting on those engines, and you encounter a new controller that you have never seen. Okay, that thing first, it beats you because you need time to to expose much of that controller to yourself, okay, or to familiar yourself with the controller. So that will take much of your time. Okay, so right now let us go through this controller. Probably you've not seen it, or you've ever seen it. Okay. Now, first of all, most controllers will differ. It will depend on the brand, model, version. Okay, things like that. Now, you have these keys, but let's first understand these keys. So obviously, you have start and stop. Okay, and it will show you the engine status. So it has a light here, which when you press start, obviously it will light. When it stops blinking, definitely know that the engine is now ready to load. And also you have to care about the temperature. Okay, now this is Lexys Sync, so this controller is suitable for synchronization. That's why what you have to know also is that controller that supports synchronization, they always have a breaker, button, is because the breaker on those engines are motorized. So definitely the controller must be able to control the breaker. Okay, so in most cases, if it's synchronized, definitely the breaker will be engaged automatically. But even if you're doing it manually, you just have to push this button in, you close or you open it. Okay, so here you close, you open, something like that. Okay, so you have some keys here. Obviously, you can use this controller in manual. That means that your engine is in manual, so you always come and press start for it to start. And then auto means that it will start automatically, whether in the synchronization mode or just being a backup engine for, when you have a utility and generator. Those are two different things. If the utility is absent, then your generator can start as a backup. Okay, then there is also synchronization. They are two different things. Okay, then test mode, obviously when you're testing, some of the parameters will not be in check because you're definitely just checking. Okay, all right. Then the other thing also, in our previous video we talked about these contacts. Okay, so in most cases you might not deal with these connections. You're just going to troubleshoot because the controller is already connected. Okay, but it's not wrong to be conversant with all these. Okay, so like I said, it has the inputs, outputs. Okay, there are some parameters that this controller manages by itself, like the voltages. Okay, like the currents. Most of that it manages by itself, but the engine monitoring all goes to the ECU. Okay, all right. Now let's power this thing up, and then we see how it works. Okay, initially it's a Colimo, so that's how it will show. Now those are some of the errors, and the reason why the controller is giving us that error, low engine temperature, it's because there is nothing connected there. The CAN bus is not connected, so it will show you all those errors, emergency stop, because nothing has been connected. Okay, so this controller initially it will show you like that. It will show you the line voltage, line to neutral voltage. It will show you the line to line voltage, current, You see, you understand? And now to also show down here, if it's showing, it shows you generator voltage and bus voltage. And remember in the previous video, I told you that this voltage, if for example, if you're not synchronizing, then the bus voltage is after your breaker, okay? And the generator voltage is the voltage at the terminal block of the generator, okay? But in synchronization, of course, bus is bus bar, okay? That's where it's the common connection of the generator outputs, okay? Okay. All right. Now, let's navigate through this. Now, the same thing you see here, you might ask. Like I said, this is a Lexys Sync. It's a controller for synchronization, okay? So it will show you here the bus. Now, this is the voltage at the bus bar, where probably other generator are connected, or where your utility supply is connected if you're synchronizing with the utility supply. And then here for the generator is the voltage for the generator. That's why you see here that if the synchronization is in check, then that's when the GCB or the controller or the circuit breaker, it will be closed, okay? Obviously, this one is alarm, which shows alarm, okay? Now, down here, you have some visual. You have battery voltage. It shows the 23 because I'm connected it to supply. Then this one will show you the fuel level, okay, in your tank. Then you have pressure, oil pressure in bars, and then you have coolant temperature, okay? So here, some of the alarms will show you high coolant temperature, low coolant temperature, low engine pressure, oil pressure, high oil pressure, you know, something like that. And then maybe fuel pressure to also show you fuel level, okay? All right, now let's see. So here is our menu. You have your menu. We will pass through this menu so quickly. You have your power management. Power management is where you're going to see your power setting thresholds. Then you have a counter, okay? Now, these counters, it's where, let's check it, it's where you find the engine running hours, okay? And then the load hours. So engine running hours is just generally, the moment you run the engine, it will start counting. Then, if the load hours is the number of time that it has carried the load, okay? All right. Then you have events logo. Events logo, it captures everything that we've done. So everything I'm doing here, it captures it there. So now you pressed this, the alarms that happened, okay? Now you have IO status, you have CAN bus, okay? Now, these CAN bus, most generators that have ECUs, electronic control unit, they will need CAN bus. CAN bus is the controller area network, okay? Like the way you see in your computer, local area network. So it's controller area network. That's a communication. It's the one that puts a communication between the ECU and the controller. Remember, the ECU, captures all the parameters that on the engine. So you know most of the sensors are on the engine, okay? All the engine sensors, like the the oil pressure, low and high, low coolant level, high coolant level, air pressure, most of those parameters, okay, they are all fed in a ECU, okay? So what the ECU does, it uses the controller area network to communicate to the controller, okay? So the controller will give you visual such that you, when you come to the controller, you're able to read that there is low coolant level, low engine temperature, something like that, okay? Okay, so CAN bus is really very important. You will see it in details. Then you have just their information. Then you have synchroscope. Then you have power trend. Power trend is just a graph that will show you how the power trend is. The voltage went up or low. Okay. Then you go to setting. Okay, now setting here, they will ask your password. Access denied. So you have to come here where there is a key. Okay, and the password for this controller is 2000. So if you have it there, that is the password. Okay, now you navigate back here, so you're able to enter. Now here you have utility. Utility, it's all about the setting of this module. Okay, maybe the lights, maybe the language, something like that. Then you have to general passwords. Then you come to batteries, engine speed, coolant level. So you can just put in the threshold. Maybe you want, for example, at what temperature the generator maybe could go off, something like that. Then you have fuel. You can talk about fuel level. Okay. All that, it give you this protection for your engine. When you do adjustments here, whatever you do here goes back to the ECU. Okay, the message go back to the ECU. The ECU does those the adjustments. Okay. Okay. Now, when you do that, you're resetting this thing here in case you need that. So you come back here. So we are remaining with commands menu. So commands menu commands menu is where you put in your command. For example, if maintenance hour reaches, the generator goes off. Does it go in off mode? Something like that. You can command the engine. If the temperature reaches the threshold you set, it goes off. If the generator gets any defect, it goes off. If there is under voltage, the generator will go off. Okay, if there is no maybe voltage at the terminal block of the alternator, the generator goes off. So those are the kind of the command that you key in. Okay. Now that is how you navigate this controller here. Okay. Now any controller, you will use it just like a phone. Okay, so you familiar yourself with it. Okay, it can be with a different software version. Okay, or the different brands. Okay, so the most important thing, always manual are available online. You can always download manual online for the particular. That's the advice I can give a general technician out there. Okay, that manuals are very important, and it is okay, and it's very common. You can find a controller which will beat you, which you don't know. Okay, and that one can always eat up your time if you're not keen. Okay, by the time you finished figuring out what this does, then you're late. Time has gone for you. Okay, so if you have another controller that you want us to look at here, please feel free to link that in the description. In your comment section. So we'll bring that controller. Now we will talk about ECUs. If you need that video, it's coming. Okay, so I really appreciate for your time here. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe, to like and share, and sharing to only those people whom you think that this kind of content can change them, or they wow them, something like that, or they love them. Okay, so until next time, I'm out.